Almost every lady has been in situations where she felt disconnected, where it seemed like the guy just wasn't as committed as she'd like him to be, right? You're not alone. But what if I told you that there are ways to deepen your understanding of how men think in order to foster a more genuine and passionate connection? That's right. Today I'm going to share with you the 4 golden rules to make any man chase after you. With just 4 simple rules, you can make almost any man mad for you. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos we upload about empowering you in your relationships and in life. Now, without wasting any time, let's get started from number 1 golden rule. Rule number 1, believe you're the ultimate prize. The first and most crucial rule is to believe that you're the ultimate prize. But what does that mean? Well, do you genuinely feel, at the core of your being, that you're a woman deserving of unconditional love from a wonderful man? If you do your actions in dating or relationships communicate that belief? Your self-belief forms the foundation of how your relationship unfolds. Do you truly believe, deep down, that you're a woman deserving of unconditional love and affection? If the answer is yes, ask yourself, do your actions and behaviors in relationships reflect this belief? When you firmly believe you're deserving of love, your actions, conversations, and even your body language will naturally exude this self-assurance. Now, we know the initial stages of attraction can be overwhelming, making it easy to ignore red flags or excuse questionable behavior. Love, or what you might perceive as love, can sometimes cloud your judgment, leading to impulsive decisions. This is a critical period where most mistakes in dating and early relationships happen, like when a man loses interest, suddenly departs from your life, or takes advantage of your emotional vulnerability. A fundamental truth to remember is that people will treat you how you allow them to. When boundaries are tested, and they inevitably will be, how you respond is key. Do you bend your own rules, overlook inconsistencies, or make excuses for unacceptable behavior? Or do you firmly hold your ground, demonstrating that your self-respect is not up for negotiation? When you recognize your own value, you're less likely to tolerate being treated in ways that don't align with your self-worth. Another aspect of believing you're the numero uno prize is to shift the focus of evaluation. Instead of continually gauging his level of interest in you, evaluate how he aligns with your standards and values. Make him contemplate how he measures up in your eyes. This shift in dynamics subtly reaffirms your self-worth and places the onus on him to prove his worthiness to you, rather than the other way around. When you practice self-love and truly internalize the belief that you're worthy of a loving and respectful relationship, something magical happens. This profound inner conviction not only influences all your interactions, but also radiates a positive magnetic energy. This energy doesn't just make you attractive, it makes you irresistibly so. Rule number 2, make him wait before you jump to his needs. One of the traits men find incredibly appealing in women is independence. If you're wondering how to make a meaningful connection, show him from the beginning that you have other commitments and priorities in your life. This signals to him that while you're interested, you're not desperate, and you're certainly not waiting by the phone for his every call. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about setting the tone for a balanced relationship. It's easy to get swept off your feet when you meet someone new and exciting, but too often women put their lives on hold for a new romantic interest, abandoning their friends, family, and even hobbies. This kind of abrupt shift sends the wrong message. It suggests that your life wasn't complete until he came along, which is hardly the case. What you want is for him to fit into your already fulfilling life, not to become the sole focus of it. There's a thin line between setting healthy boundaries and playing manipulative games. If you're pretending to be busy when you're not, that's game playing. However, the point here isn't to fake a full life, it's to actually lead one. When you maintain your commitments to friends, family, and personal pursuits, it sends a clear message that you're a high-value woman, and high-value women are incredibly attractive. Be mindful of timing, especially when the relationship is new and still evolving. There's no need to drop everything and prioritize him unless he's showing an equal level of commitment to you. You'll know it's time to adjust your priorities when he's clearly invested in the relationship, not just treating it as a casual fling. Until then, he can wait his turn just like everyone else in your busy, fulfilling life. As the relationship evolves and he shows he's as committed to it as you are, that it becomes appropriate to make adjustments. You'll find that by not being readily available at his every beck and call early on, you've set a precedent of mutual respect. This isn't just about making him chase you, it's about building a relationship on equal footing. Before you know it, you'll both be sending good morning texts, but only after both parties are committed. Rule number 3, make him make the move most of the time. When it comes to communication in the early stages of dating, let him initiate 80% of the time. This might sound traditional or old-fashioned, but it serves a very specific purpose that goes beyond mere appearances. You might wonder, why should you follow this rule? Isn't it counterintuitive to modern relationships where communication should be open and two-sided? Here are some compelling reasons. First, if he's the one reaching out and making plans most of the time, it's a clear sign he's interested in you. Men love the pursuit. It's hardwired into their psychology. When they have to work for something, they value it more. Secondly, by not being the primary initiator, you protect yourself from over-investing emotionally too early. It's easy to get carried away with your feelings and start over-committing emotionally, but this tactic ensures that you're both on the same page. Thirdly, avoids setting a one-sided precedent. If you're the one always initiating, it sets a precedent for the relationship that's hard to change later on. This could lead to an imbalance, where you're doing most of the emotional labor. Finally, keeps the mystery alive. A little mystery can go a long way in keeping the flames of interest alight. When you're not always available or initiating contact, it creates a sense of curiosity and adds an exciting dynamic to the early stages of the relationship. Modern dating is a complex landscape where traditional norms often coexist with progressive ideologies. This rule might seem outdated, but it's rooted in understanding the dynamics that create a lasting attraction. This isn't just about playing hard to get. It's about laying the foundation for a relationship where both parties are equally invested. Of course, there's room for flexibility. The aim is not to be rigid, but rather to establish a healthy balance. There will be instances when you genuinely want to reach out, and you should. However, the 80-20 principle acts as a helpful guideline, reminding you to allow him the space to pursue you as well. Rule number 4. Show infatuation only after you've secured a spot on his roster. One of the most common mistakes women make in the early stages of a relationship is showing too much infatuation before knowing where they stand with the guy. The problem with doing this is it may make him feel like he's already won you without needing to invest further. This is a huge mistake if he's not yet committed. He might start seeing you as an easily conquered challenge rather than a high-value woman worthy of his full attention. The key is to be mutual in your approach towards the relationship. Both of you should be moving towards exclusivity at the same pace. If he's genuinely interested, evidenced by consistent and sincere attempts to be with you, he'll make that known. That's the time to reciprocate the feeling, not a moment sooner. So, how do you know he's really into you? Look for signs of genuine interest and consistent behavior. Is he initiating plans? Does he seem to be making an effort in getting to know you? These are clear indicators that he might be falling for you too. Only when you observe these signs should you start showing deeper levels of affection. Once you're certain that both of you are on the same page and moving toward a more serious commitment, you can allow yourself to show him just how smitten you are. But even then, it's important to maintain a certain level of challenge. Men are wired to appreciate what doesn't come easily. Keeping a bit of mystery alive, even at this stage, will make you all the more alluring. Remember, men are often intrigued by challenges, but the challenges shouldn't come from manipulating the relationship. It should come from the complexities and richness that you bring into his life. Your fascinating personality, your talents, your confidence, and your independence are challenges enough for him to win over. These are things that will make him truly appreciate you and, in turn, make you more irresistible to him. And that wraps up today's video. We really hope you found it informative and learned something new. Now go ahead and try these rules in your life to make any man chase after you. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. We hope you found these insights helpful. If you'd like to know more or have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comment section below. Wishing you all the best in love and life. Cheers.